All right, peace YouTube. What's going on? Back with another trending hot topic commentary show where we do all the latest and hottest reaction and reviews. I'm your host N Lynch. Let's talk. All right, first I want to first apologize for being a little late. To be honest with y'all, I've been a little sick the last couple of days, so I really haven't been doing nothing. I was kind of second guessing if I was going to do this video, make this live tonight, but I figured I already hold it back all this long, so I might as well go through it. But um, you see the title of the video, see the thumbnail, you know why you're here. So let's dive right into it. So there's been a lot of backpedaling going on these last couple of days, and I'm sure y'all all see it. The NBA commissioner Adam Silver, he came out and said that he don't believe that Kyrie Irving is anti-Semitic. He said that him and his wife met with Kyrie Irving and his wife and his children, and he said that he don't got no type of hate bone in his body. Those were his exact words. And not only him, but the owner of the Brooklyn Nets himself came out and said that they don't believe Kyrie Irving is anti-Semitic. So now, because you got certain people who's in the untouchable community saying this about Kyrie, now you got people like Jalen Rose coming out with the public apologies and all this stuff. And it just go to show you how I'm trying to find the right words to say, because I don't want to say certain stuff that's gonna get this channel terminated, but I think we all understand. And it's messed up that certain people within the black community got to go on this. Now look, I had made this post on my Facebook group. For those who don't know, I got like a Kevin Samuels fans Facebook group, because those things were real popular on Facebook. So I'm like the admin on a few of them. And I had made this post the other day, and I was saying like how we should be supporting Kyrie Irving and Kanye West, even if you don't agree with them. Now you got people saying like they support Kyrie but they don't support Kanye. And I'm like, that's ass backwards, because when you think about it, you should be supporting both of them, especially if you're in the melanated community. Because, all right, granted, let's just say some stuff that Kanye said that you don't agree with, cool, because I don't agree with all that stuff too. Like people were saying the white lives matter and all that stuff. That's not really my cup of tea as well. So I feel you on that. But just because you disagree with him on one or two certain things, that mean everything else he said is just totally demolished too. Like, that's crazy. Because in hindsight, if we can allow them to publicly buck break them right in the public eyes, who's someone who's a multi-billionaire. Think about it, he's a black man who's a billionaire, not just 1 billion, but a multi-billionaire. And if they can do that to him, then what do you think that they can do to us, to me and you? Even more. It's like pretty much slowly rewinding the clock and rewinding the rules of laws and legislations and all that stuff that our ancestors went through the civil rights movement and all that stuff. It's about to be like for nothing. And that's pretty much my point. Like, just because you disagree with him on certain things, that don't mean you just allow it. So then you might say, well, Lynch, well, what can we do? We just, no one. Okay. Well, you can do exactly what you do now, but the opposite. Anytime someone make a post or videos or whatever, and they talking about these stuff, instead of writing something negative about them, write something positive, write something in supportance. because that's exactly what happened with Kyrie Irving. To be exact, they tried to do the same thing. Like Kanye got in so much trouble, it got Kyrie in trouble. Like that's the funny thing about it. And it's like once once they seen that the public wasn't going against Kyrie, they're like, all right, we gotta back up because they're not going for that shit. So we gotta fall back a little bit. And that's the same thing you can do. Like I said, you ain't gotta agree with all that stuff, cause I damn sure don't. Like all that stuff that Kanye be saying, like some of that stuff be way out there. But a lot of the stuff he's saying within, as far as the power structure and all that stuff is fact. And the control aspect of it all that stuff is real. And how they trying to get us to basically bow down, not say anything. Like how is it in fact that they can allow us to make music and movies about us killing each other, saying nigga, 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 all this type of stuff. But as soon as we say Jews, it's like an uproar. Like y'all don't get that, and it's like people like Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal and all that stuff. Like they cool with that because they got hundreds of millions of dollars. But that's not cool at all when you think about it. And it just kind of goes back. I remember watching an interview, and it might still be on here too. Shout out to Hip Hop Uncensored. I was watching an interview with them, and they had Crazy Bone on there. I think it was Crazy Bone. It was one of the original Bone Thugs and Harmony. And he was saying like how they went to a meeting out in Hollywood, and he was telling them how they wanted to change the music industry. Now, I'm not sure if he was talking about it was them themselves or someone told him about that type of story. But it was Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. He was saying like how pretty much they want to fill up the prisons with black people. So they wanted to change the structure of the music from, the type of stuff that Run DMC and Curtis Blow and all them and Kid and Play was singing or rapping about to like NWA and all that stuff. And now you fast forward to 2022 and look, here it is right now. And that shit is crazy because I'm gonna make a video about this too. The United States, the greatest corporation in the world, because this is not a country, this is a whole corporation, and y'all need to peep game. I'm gonna back up off of that because I do want to make a separate video on this by itself, and I don't want to go too much into it right now, but it all plays a part because this is all corporation. And the power structure ain't got nothing to do with us at all. We see certain people instead, it's like we look at a Puff Daddy or Jay-Z or Oprah because they're billionaires or whatever, and we look at them like, they made it, like they got power. But none of those people I name can really change anything for any of us. Because have you seen any of them people come out in defense of Kyrie or Kanye? Now, like I said, you can take Kanye out of the equation because there's a give and take with him. But let's just say Kyrie. And none of those people come in defense of him because they still get paid by certain people above them too, as well. And now that I'm getting older and I'm like really into this stuff and starting to like do my due diligence and research, it just makes me understand now when I used to see like clippings of Malcolm X when I was younger, like because my dad was Muslim and everything, and I never really paid attention to all that stuff. But apparently I did because I still remember But it just reminds me of when I used to hear him say, like, we need to, if y'all not going to pay us, then let us leave. Let us get our own. And my dad used to say that a lot, that we just need to get our own. And we do. We definitely need to just be on. And it kind of goes back to the idea of segregation, because I believe segregation was a bad thing. I mean, desegregation. I believe that it was a bad thing for us. We should have stayed segregated. Maybe not uh like fully segregated, but we should have been segregated. Because since we integrated into the main populace, we downgraded a lot. And what I mean by that is, if you know anything about Black history here in America, you'll understand that we did a lot better as a people when we were just on our own. And when it came time for the segregation laws and everything to pass for us to be able to integrate into society, there was a lot of people who was of color who was against it, because they thought it was going to be a bad idea, that it was going to deteriorate us. And you fast forward, we are some deteriorated MFers in here in this country. Now, I wasn't alive in those times, so I can't really say for sure. But when I'm just thinking about it, and from what I know about history, and from what I know about the intelligence of, this is all public knowledge too. Y'all can all look this stuff up, please. I beg y'all to do this stuff. Like Google is a university for real. But just think about the average Black person's the SATs from back in the 1930s and 40s compared to how it is now. We were a lot better off being to ourselves. But I think it's just crazy. Now back to the point. This whole thing with Jalen Rose, right? So he made this whole apology, trying to apologize to Kyrie, but it's like, bro, you made your bed, lie in it. Because at the same time, we don't believe you. You need more people. Like, you're not going to come out and try to apologize now after the Jewish community came out and said that he wasn't anti-Semitic, because it makes people wonder, had they not come out and said anything about it, would you even attempted to even make that a video and apologize? It's so funny because it seemed like Jalen Rose, he been on a apology tour, because didn't he just apologize for some other shit last week, and then he had to apologize again like a couple months ago. I'm about to start calling that man an apology because excuse me, I told you I'm a little sick, so y'all gotta bear with me. But yeah, Jalen the apology rose because all he do is apologize. And when people constantly apologize, I notice I'm becoming more and more like my dad, because he used to be real stern on me. God rest his soul. And I just used to think he used to be a dick. But he used to try to teach me, like, being a black man, being a man, especially being a black man here in America, like, no one gonna give you shit. You gotta earn your way through. And you gotta earn respect, and you gotta constantly earn it each and every day. Just because you get it, that don't mean it's just, you just get it like that and it's just done. You gotta constantly keep working through it. And I see a lot of BS and a lot of people now. And these days, like I used to see it. Well, let me rephrase that. I always seen a lot of BS in people, but like most people, I'll just look through it, whatever, and go with the shit with them, whatever. These days, I don't do that no more. Like I call a lot of BS out, and I'm saying not even just like this online stuff. I'm talking about personally in my personal life. Um, so this is why it's so easy for me to do this online because I do this shit in real life, and I get a lot of a lot. I notice a lot of people who I used to be cool with is not cool with me no more because they can't handle when I put that mirror up to them. And the way I look at it is that mirror been held up to me all my damn life. Because I want y'all to understand, this is not something that I'm saying like I held a mirror up to people and not just me. Because I'm damn sure not perfect. I'm far from it. Each and every day, I'm trying to do something and build myself up and be a better man, be a better father, be a better son. Um, and it just takes strength. It takes perseverance. It takes faith. You know, like when you born in a position of non-privilege, when you born into poverty, like life is hard, but it's not impossible. Damn sure ain't. So I need y'all to understand. I need y'all to understand. I need y'all to overstand that as long as you got faith, as long as you got the will, then the world's your oyster, pretty much. But I didn't really want to make this live long. I just wanted to say that, and hopefully someone heard it, and I'll leave it up to you what you do with it. And I'll talk to y'all later. All right, God bless. Love y'all. Peace. Also, don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms. Follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Let's Talk by N Lynch.